My name is Oluwasekemi. I lead the storytelling and branding team in Flutterwave. Thank you for joining this morning. If you have never joined us before, this is our Grow My Business webinar, which is basically a twice monthly webinar session and workshop that we host with industry experts all around the world. Today, we have an industry expert with us, and we'll be talking through how to make the most of your online sales during the holiday season. We all know that holiday season, from around end of November, holiday season becomes sales season. People have discounts going on, and it can seem a bit, overwhelming. You have no idea how to, okay, maybe I should do a sale for my business, but how should I do it? How should I be thinking about the process? And then when I'm doing the sale, how do I ensure that more people know about it? Because it's one thing for you to run a sale or a discount. It's another thing for people to know how, for you to be able to get people to be aware of it so that you can actually purchase. So they can actually purchase and you can actually increase revenue, which is the goal of sales and discounts. So Oluwasekemi Oyeniyi is going to be talking us through that today, and she will be, taking us through a very detailed process. And then after that, we'll go into the Flutterwave session where we share some information about how you can take advantage and, as a small business, sell online and make the most revenue without even leaving your home. So I'm going to pass us on to Shekemi now, and we can just take it from there. Hi, Shekemi.
Hello, Yewande. Thank you very much for that introduction. I think you're already even spying into my notes. All right, great. Welcome, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us today. Okay, please confirm you can see my screen.
Yes.
Okay, great. So yes, like Yewande said, my name is Shikemi Oyeniyi, and I lead the product enterprise team at Terragon. And essentially, I've had over 5 years of experience working with different brands and organizations, helping them to set up their online presence, also helping them to ensure that that online digital assets that they have, translates into helping them to improve their business, increase things like sales, add more revenue, increase their customer base and whatnot. So today I'm going to be sharing some of those tips with you, especially on how to do this, right? All of the things that I've mentioned during this season. And I'm also going to be talking about a product that we have at Tarragon that really helps SMEs, achieve this exact same thing. Okay, so without further ado, I'll just go into the presentation. I already mentioned that I work for a company called Tarragon, and essentially what we do is to connect businesses to customers. So what we do is to connect businesses to customers who need their products and services. I'm just going to go straight to the next slide here. We talked about the Tarragon as a company. Like I mentioned earlier, we're a data and marketing technology company, and all we do is to use data, to drive targeted advertising and marketing, add a little bit of technology, and also mix that together, those powerful components in order to help different SMEs, different brands improve their marketing generally. All right, so we have several experts working with us. We are across different countries, we have different offices, and we have one mission, which is what I showed earlier on, which is connecting you and your potential clients together so that you can make business and increase profits for your company. All right, so the reason why we're all here, how to make the most of your online sales for the holidays, right? Fantastic. So this is Christmas season, New Year season. There's so many activities going on, like you mentioned earlier, and it's important that as an SME, you know what is the right thing to do, what's the right step to take, what strategy should I use? And I'm going to be going into some of those to proceed. Okay, so whenever you think about, switching some things up, trying to achieve some goals, improve your sales, a lot of people fall back to marketing. How best do I go about marketing? And so we're going to be going back to the basics today, talking about the 4 Ps of marketing. But we're not just going to be talking about it in the theory of it. We're going to be talking about it as to how you can switch it up, especially for this season and especially for the SMEs, who are in attendance today. So we can start from the first one, which is product, and I'm going to add my own to it, partnerships, right? So Now, before I even begin this session, I'd like to know the products and services that we have, or the SMEs that are on this call have. So if you can drop a message on the chat box and just let me know what you sell as an SME or what product or service you render, that would really help so that I can put a lot of these examples I'm giving into perspective. Okay, thank you, thank you. I see women's shoes, craft supplies, interesting. Ebooks, that's nice. You can feel free to do adverts for yourself and just write the name of your brand there. Never can tell if your customer is on this session. All right, thank you. I see ebooks, I see women's clothes, I see shoes, handcrafted, I see props, interesting. Props is something that I'd really like to get after this session. Cakes, fantastic. Thank you very much. Adewumi, Fumi, Pamela, organic farm produce, fantastic. I have an idea now. So one thing that I would say we should start with for this season. Thank you for telling me the kind of products that you have. Keto groceries, I'd like to see that actually. Thank you. I'll probably check some of these brand names afterwards. Okay, so why do people buy more during festive seasons? I'm sure we all have some ideas, but essentially it's around, thank you, I see your comments, thank you. Essentially it's around giftings, right? During this time, I think a lot of companies, because I thought to myself, why it feels like during Christmas time or New Year time, there's so much more money, pumped in. People are doing sales here and there. There's so many activities. People are just buying, right? And that's as a result of some things, as a result of some companies that give bonus, at the end of the year, 13th month and whatnot. It's also as a result of some people who have felt like, okay, I've saved throughout the year and I just want to spend on myself for this last month. I want to reward myself, and also because of the culture of Christmas, which is that you share love, you give people gifts, right? And that is where, or that emotion is what we as SMEs should be riding on. That knowledge is what we should be riding on. So my first question to you as an SME is, do you have a festive product? How have you been able to adapt your products to ensure that it is suitable for this festive season? You know that this festive season, people want to buy hampers, that they want to give gifts, that they want to pamper themselves. How are you adopting your product to ensure that it's fitting this new emotion or this emotion that comes with Christmas? Now, there's something that I'm going to give an example here. There's something that I saw recently, and then it's by a brand we probably all know, no advertisements. I'm just using this to show you, to help you understand how to go about it. So they put up a picture here. Let me put this on presentation mode. Hopefully you guys can see it better. Yes, exactly. Right. It's a hamper. It's just a box, and it has all their products into it. Maybe not all, but some of their products. So my question to you as an SME is that, have you been able to, can you work on this kind of idea? Can you put like your 4 or 5 top selling products, or even bundle your best selling products with some of the ones that don't really sell as much, but you have it in stock? Bundle it together and put it into a box and say, yes, this is our Christmas offering. This is our Christmas hamper, and let everybody know that this is the product that you have. And believe you me, people will begin to buy this gift. People that probably wouldn't have bought from you normally, but because you have a Christmas themed or a hamper themed or a New Year themed kind of offering, they begin to see it as a gift item that they can give to somebody, as opposed to just a product that they can buy for themselves. The second thing I'd like to mention here under products is partnerships. Right. And now there's this lady that I really admire. Her name is Kemi Onobanjo. And there's something that she does during this season where she does partners with different vendors. They come together and she does like a giveaway, right, in partnership with them. Now that's something that you can do. I'm going to give examples from what we have, for some of the things that we have written now. So for example, I see some people here saying, somebody said they sell shoes. Somebody else sells. I'm trying to pair two partners here together, right? Two people that sell similar things, because it's not only working with celebrities and telling them that this is a product that you have. If you don't know any celebrity, it's not even that hard. Just partner with another person that you know that sells a supplementary products or complementary products, to your goods, things that you can bundle together. Please, the video is on mute. I'll just leave the admin to help coordinate the chat section and let me know in case there's something I need to do, but I would assume everybody can hear me. If you can't, just let me know, please.
Yes, we can actually hear you.
Okay, fantastic. Fantastic.
For the
okay,
person that can't hear, maybe you can just log out, end it and then join again. Then it should be able to work. But we can hear loud and clear.
Okay, thank you very much, Yewande. So yes, partner with somebody and try to increase the reach, the people you have access to, if I can put it that way. I'm going to speak a bit more about that as we go forward. But these are 3 examples, like 2 things I think that as an SME you can do to take advantage of this season, right? Package your product and partner with people that will help you push your product. Okay, so moving to the next slide. Okay, and this is on price. When I said Yuande was spying on my slides earlier on, it's because I actually do have a slide on it, right? And it's on consumer psychology. How are people thinking? This season, everybody is thinking, oh, let me take advantage of some products or offerings or some sales or discounts that are out there. People are doing clearance sales, people are giving discounts, and people are just doing general sales, you know. And this is the psychology behind it. They've saved up all their money priority now, but because you are giving a 20% discount, they feel like, you know what, let me take advantage of that. Let me bring out my let me take out the money that they forget that they put in, while they are trying to take advantage of the 20% discount, they're also investing the 80% discount. And, you know, that's the customer psychology, that's the consumer psychology. Once they see discounts, they are interested. I've actually even bought something this season because I saw that, okay, this is cheaper. At the end of the day, when I calculated, it was like maybe 2K or 3K cheaper, but it was cheaper. And at that moment, when I was doing the transfer, I purchased, you know. So that's something that you can do as an SME. But before you do it, please, I'm going to give a very big disclaimer. Run the numbers, right? Know if it makes sense for you as a business. You know what your overhead cost is. You know what your profit margins are. Ensure that what you're doing is not to your detriment in any way. And at the end of the day, you would still make profits as a business. So that's for the price, right? Don't forget, we're talking about the 4 P's of marketing and how you can switch it up in order to ensure that you have more sales during this season. So the next thing I want to talk about is the place, and that's where we're all here, right? If you're here and you don't have a store, an online store, I think you should actually get one, because that's the product offering that Flutterwave has, and it's a store that I've gone through, has so many great features that can help your brand sell. So where is the place that you're putting your product? It's already online. Everybody's going online with COVID and whatnot happening. People don't necessarily need to come into your store. Ensure if you are here and you don't have a store online, once we are done from this meeting, just go there and, you know, create your own store. But one other thing that I'd like to mention with the place of your product is the placement, right? And I'm saying the placement because, you know, if you're following the example I've given, you now have a new product that you have packaged for this season. Ensure that it is, should I say, placed on top, right? If you have like an e-commerce store, any online platform that you have, ensure that it's what people can see when they come to your platform first, because you don't want people to have to scroll down a long way before they can now see the festive product that you have. They will not even see it. So ensure it's on top and ensure you have an online store. Those are 2 things that I want to say, you know, that would help you in terms of place and by addition placements. Now, I'm on promotions, and this is where we're going to spend, you know, most of our time, because I feel like this is very, very important. Ivani mentioned something earlier. She said you can run sales, organize sales for your business, but at the end of the day, it doesn't even bring you the profits you want. Maybe like 2 or 3 people buy. You know, that's something depending on your where you are, your stage of sales. But for some other people, it's kind of low, because, you know, we have expectations when we do all of this work, when we put in, when we create content and let everybody know that we have sales ongoing. You know, so you have to ensure that you're doing the right thing in terms of marketing. So there are some keywords here. This is just a definition from Wikipedia about how to do or what promotions in marketing is about. And it's pretty long, but there are some keywords that I want you to take out of it, which is marketing communications, which is how to persuade your target audience, increasing awareness, creating interest, and generating sales or creating brand loyalty. So those are the keywords that I'll be taking out of this promotion definition and then using to explain better. Now, I think you really want to pay attention, because I'm going to be giving you some tips here about how your business can go about it. Okay, so yes, let's just move on. So these are the key things I told you I was going to take out as points, and I'm just going to explain some of them in detail and tell you how to make some changes in your business that can help you take advantage of this, especially during this season. Okay, so the first one here says create content around this season and share, right? You are already, for some of you that have social media platforms or handles, you're already creating, you're posting regularly about your products, right? So can you ensure that the content that the captions, the content that you are creating sort of has like a Christmas theme, right? Don't just post like it's normal, sound cheerful, sound alive, sound like, oh, there's something, because people are looking at these things that you're posting. You want to, should I say, create the right atmosphere, or it's like when they come into your shop, they need to see, I don't want to say Christmas all around, but you're trying to recreate that process to ensure that your captions and the content that you're creating, are themed, are holiday themed, or express the emotions you want them to feel when they come to your store. One thing that you can also do is to have creative concepts, right? So the pictures that you are designing, can you put some holiday icons and logos around it, or the videos that you're working on, right? So I don't know how many of us actually use videos, but they are a very important tool, right? Especially when you're on social media, or even if it's your WhatsApp stories, videos always get and captivate people's attention more, right? So just put in the time, record a short video if you can. There are so many applications online that you can use to edit it. If you just go online and you click editing video or best video editing apps, you can see that. And for your pictures to ensure that they are creative. And you have to, there's something I mentioned here, which is that the different products and services that you want to sell for this Christmas season, assuming you've worked on that Christmas hamper or you have done a partnership with somebody, don't just do it and keep it there in your in your phone archive alone. As much as possible, do a lot of promotional materials around it, several concepts. You're trying to change the user's behavior, right? The consumer's behavior. And let me explain something about that. So for example, you have a product, right? Do a video and say, Toby, I'm gifting you, I'm sending you these gifts, or something. Like, try to get people to think about what you want them to think about, show videos of people giving your products as gifts to people. Let it start registering in people's minds, and products and pictures rather. I have something here, which is 12 days of XYZ, right? Which is something that you can do. Have a product per day that you are, shall I say, elaborating on. That's if you have 12 products, or 12 variants of products. Have a product per day you're elaborating on, and creating a fun fair around, letting people know it's 12 days of Christmas. It's 12 Christmas on the da 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 da. I mean, yeah, we all know that. So follow that and use that as a theme if you can. One thing I have here is gift ideas with your brand. You can work on an image, that just says, these are gifts you can give with, God, I mentioned there's some names here. I remember the keto cereal that somebody mentioned, or the women's shoes. These are the 12 shoes you can give your girlfriend, or these are the 2 shoes you can buy for your wife. Whatever it is that your business is about, tie it around gift ideas, and you sure see a lot of sales during this season. Okay. All right, I'm trying to check if I'm good on time. So there's another one I want to mention, which is target audience and brand loyalty. Now I'm bundling these two together because there's some, similarities. And I'm going to talk about your target audience, ensuring that you're speaking to the right set of people. And that's very important. Sometimes we market to people that don't have the capacity, to buy our product. And then you have to convince them over and over again. The problem is not that they don't want to buy. The problem is they don't have the, should I say, power to buy. So you have to ensure that you're marketing to the right people. Now, there's something we do at Terragon, and I'm going to speak about it, later on in the presentation, but it's data-driven marketing. And it's as a result of the data that you have. I think I'm going to ask a question here. How many of us have like a place where we keep all our customer phone numbers or email, contact address, and whatnot? I'd like to see your response in the chat section, please. Yeah, so you have that, shall I say, I don't know, where do you keep your customers' data? Do you even collect data? I want to see what your response is in the chat section, please. So do you have that? Because, and why I'm saying this is because it's very important when it comes to data-driven marketing and doing things like, oh yes, Supermark, well done, that's good. And doing things like driving brand loyalty. Now you have, and that's one of the reasons why I would advise you come to Flutterwave, the store, because there's a particular function there that has to do with exporting your customer data. And that's really key, really huge. So you can see all your customers, what they bought for you, and what they bought from you, their phone numbers and their emails. That is if they give you. I think when we say I write them down with the products they buy, that is fantastic. That's good. You can write them down or put them into an Excel sheet, right? Or look at it from your online store that you have. And the reason why I'm telling you to do that is because that would influence the kind of people that you then reach out to. So take a minute and look at it. So take a minute and look at it. Who are the type of people that buy from me? Are they men of this age that stay in this place? Okay, this person says I use WordPress, email, MailChimp, whatever it is that you use, whatever it is your online platform is, ensure you are having data-driven marketing. All your contacts with people you speak to on IG, on WhatsApp, everywhere, just ensure that you have all of that data together and you are using that to market, right? You're using that to engage them. There's something about ensuring brand loyalty. So now it's Christmas time, you have some Christmas deals. If you have kept those numbers somewhere, those emails somewhere, it's time to bring them out from wherever it is you kept them, your WhatsApp chats, your IG conversations, bring them out, start sending messages to them, start re-engaging them, let them know these are the new products or services that you have. Now, this is something that Active Sales, which is a product from Terragon, does really well, but I'm going to speak about that sometime later. I see some other people dropping some comments here. Thank you very much. I write them down with the products they buy. That's fantastic. So do things like personalized offers. This person bought a shoe from me the last time, and that was last year, and that was last year Christmas. So just check what are the things that people bought from me last Christmas. That's for Adewumi. Once you find out what those things are the things that people like to buy. For one reason or the other. Use that data. Send them messages that do you still want to buy another shoe? Do you still want to buy another bag? Just re-engage them to ensure that okay they are with you. And I'm going to speak a bit more about that later on. But let me just move on. Create brand loyalty. Ensure there's something they call top of the mind awareness. And I'm telling you for free things that all these big brands do. They will tell you, they'll spend so much money. Happy New Year, season's greetings. You see jingles everywhere. It's not because they have money to it. It's because they want to ensure that you remember them every single time. And that has to do with targeting, ensuring that you're speaking to the target audience and you're driving brand loyalty for your products. You want your customers to be the ones that start telling others about your product or service. Okay, so the last thing here is creating awareness, right? And I've already touched on this as I was talking about the other ones. Marketing on different channels. It can never be, shall I say, overemphasized. There are different channels that different people are on. There's something about the different customers that are bought from you. What platforms have they bought from you? Apart from what platforms do you think they use? Who is your ideal user persona? Understand that and then use that to influence your marketing decisions. And as you are post often, right? I mentioned that thing about top of the mind awareness. Let people know about you. Let a day not pass, or maybe 2 days, without them seeing something about you. It helps them to build their, shall I say, your brand awareness in their mind, right? And then the last part I'm going to mention is spending on marketing. And I know as SMEs, this space is very tricky, but I'll advise you do so because remember I said you want to reach out to a new set of people, right? So there are 2 ways, of course, to make money: re-engaging your existing customers and 2, reaching out to a new set of people for your products or services. All right, so that's where I'm going to speak to or begin to talk about the product that we have in Terragon that can help you achieve all of this. And the first thing I'm going to do is to introduce Active Sales to you. And Active Sales is simply products that is targeted at helping SMEs improve their sales and marketing, increase their sales. Is as simple as that. So everything here is targeted towards that. And what can you do with Active Sales? You can find more potential customers. Now, I will tell you how to do that. You can do things like increasing your sales to existing customers. And finally, you can do things like accessing marketing personnel. So one thing we've realized with our research from SMEs is that because you're not like the big brands, you don't have a head of marketing. You're probably even the one doing your marketing yourself. Some SMEs don't have that. So having access to people that are experts in the field that will help you with all of this information is what this Active Sales platform actually does. Let me just go further into the conversation. So things like helping you, I've already mentioned this. This is just the UI of how it works. Now I talked about access to marketing experts, right? So sometimes I have friends who are SMEs, and then sometimes when they post, they're asking me, Shikemi, now what am I going to write as the caption? So things as little as understanding what is the right caption, what is the right text to post to people. Wow, I see some people already dropping questions in the Q&A. I think that's a good idea. Just drop your questions there, and I guess we'll take it afterwards. So what is the right caption to post, right? What is the right message to send to people that will get them to engage. Our experts will tell you all of that. Our experts will tell you how to spend that very that amount of that marketing budget that you have. How do you spend it in order to get the best results? And when is the right time to reach out to people in order to get the right result? Our experts will tell you all of that once you get on board Active Sales. I mentioned something earlier about target audience. Now imagine the power of understanding, of getting insights about your customers. Now, I kid you not, from as little as maybe your customer's phone number, if you come on board Active Sales, you'll be able to see things like, oh, what kind of phones are they using? What socioeconomic classification are they? Are they high income earners, middle or low? What is their age range? Where do they stay in terms of like general local government and whatnot? What is their agenda? What kind of phones do they use? What are the things that they are interested in? These kind of things can give you a lot of insights and power your business. So for example, if you know this, your customer is interested in fashion, maybe they bought something else from you, but you also have something in the line of fashion. The next thing you engage them with is a message or a communication to say, I have this fashion item, or come and buy, even if they didn't buy that from you before, right? And then you stop talking because you're able to know how much they can afford. You stop selling some high-end luxury products to some people. You will save your time. And that's all about targeted marketing and advertising. Now, there's something I mentioned earlier about acquiring new customers, which is that we have over 108 million Nigerian profiles. Now, I don't know if I said that loud enough. I have to loud it more. 118 million Nigerian profiles, right? And that's one of the unique selling points of the products, because unlike some other social media platforms or online platforms that you have that are restricted with maybe like 26 million, almost all Nigerians, you can access almost everybody, on this platform, which is very key, which is what you want. Remember, during this festive season, you want to create more awareness. You want more people to know about your product. The more people know about your product, the more people can, come down the funnel and definitely buy or engage with your product at the end of the day. So I'm almost done. I just want to show you some of the things that we have from Terragon that can help you as an SME to increase your sales during this period. Now, I mentioned use several means to target people. Some people, their own is SMS. Once you send them a message, they will see and act and click on a link. Some other people is emails. Once you send them an email about this product or service that you have, they'll respond, they'll purchase. So having all of those platforms enabled, this platform, you can action any of this channel street, and of course via websites and via apps. So people are always online, always 247. That's where you will meet them. So this is just some screenshots that will help you know how easy it is to use the platform. You can come here to find new customers. If you have your target audience, don't forget, the kind of people that buy from you, their age range, their agenda, the kind of category or interest that they're interested in, their location. Maybe you only want people to, that you can walk to their house to deliver. I'm just joking. But if you want people that live around you to know about it, about your product or service, you can access that location and use that, because it goes even down to local governments. And then you can also add a new customer. You can import your customers from Flutterwave, from your WhatsApp chats, from your Google contact list. Bring all of them here, send them messages and engage them. These are the things I mentioned earlier on. Of the mind awareness, send them Happy New Year, just send them greetings. Let them know when you have new stock. Let them know when you're doing clearance and promotions. Engage your customers. This platform will help you engage your customers. Don't forget, this is the season where everybody is competing for your customers' attention. So you really want to engage them to ensure that you get their attention and you get their money at the end of the day. So these are some of the benefits, and I've already touched on it as I was speaking earlier. Get new customers, manage your phone very well, manage the amount you have for marketing very well, do things like personalized marketing, send them things that they are interested in as a result of what they purchased from you before, and improve your relationship with your customers generally. I'm almost at the end now, and somebody is going to ask me sometime soon that, Chekemi, this platform that you're talking about that will help us make the most of our sales this season, how much does it go for? Do I have to give an arm and a leg? No, you can reach out to any of the profiles the people I've mentioned to you on that platform for 2 naira 50 kobo, just 2 naira 50 kobo, and then you can engage with them, get new customers and whatnot. Some other person is going to ask me that, Shikemi, this is really interesting. How do I know this platform really works? So these are some of the brands that we have worked for. I mentioned to you that we help a lot of brands, banks, organizations, and SMEs work on their products, right, to ensure that they are making the most sales. These are some of them, and so many other SMEs that we work with. Now, this is the last slide, and we are practicing what we preach, if I can put it that way. We are ensuring that, I've told you on this slide, on this presentation, have sales, give people discounts, do all of this to ensure that this season more people are using your products, more people are getting to hear about your products. Because you have attended this seminar, right, this webinar, because we have over 51 people here, we are giving out 20,000 naira worth of marketing credits to this active sales that I mentioned, this wonderful platform that I've mentioned to you that helps you to increase your sales, to acquire new customers, to do things like targeted advertising. We have given, or we're going to be giving 5 winners, access, 20,000 naira worth of access to see this boost in their business free of charge, and all you have to do is to go to this link. I think I'm going to drop this link also on the chat section so that you can go there, fill a form, and we're going to announce the people that the winners at the end of the day that are going to have access to this 20,000 naira worth of marketing credit and fund. Now, I was only able to talk about some things because I just had about 20 minutes, I think, So if you want to find out more information, go to www.terragon.com. You can see a lot of things there. In case you have questions that we're not able to take on this webinar, you can always send it to info@terragongroup.com. So that's, in summary, a brief of how you can improve your sales during this season, this Christmas season, this New Year season. I look forward to hearing a lot of, I don't want to say testimonies, but feedback from people, to say, I did this, I tried this for my business and it went on well. Please feel free, find me and let me know how this general concepts that I've shared have helped your business. Thank you, Yewande. I think I'll hand over to you right now.
Thank you, Shekemi. That was really awesome. I see that we have some questions, some Q&A. Please, if you have questions, use the Q&A function. Your questions may get lost in the chat function, but if you have questions, use the Q&A function. So if you've typed a question in the chat function already, please move it to the Q&A section. We're going to be answering questions after we go through the Flutterwave session, and my colleague Adejuwon will be putting us through right now on the Flutterwave benefits that Flutterwave has for small, medium businesses. Hi, Adejuwon.
Hi, good morning, everyone. My name is
Good
Adejo.
morning.
Thank you, Oluwasekemi, for that spot-on presentation. The focal points of your talk are so important. They underscore quite very relevant points and relevant call to actions for SME to latch onto during this season. My name is Adejo again. I will do a quick rundown of the value-added initiatives that Flutterwave has in place to help SMEs grow, and scale. Given our new realities during this COVID period, I might be sharing my screen. Please confirm to me that you can see it.
No, we can't see your screen yet. Oh, okay. Yes, now we see it.
Okay, great. So yes, first on our list is our Flutterwave store. Is the best and easiest way to launch and manage an e-commerce business, coupled with the ease of accepting payment from all over the world. A lot has changed since the obvious that happened this year. These changes, are evident in consumer behavior and sales pattern. You find that mostly now, paying customers rather, interface digitally with sellers, mostly, to curb the spread of the pandemic. And because it's easier to just sit behind your system wherever you are, at your own comfort, at your own convenience, to buy products and get them shipped over to you. So Flutterwave Store gives you an online presence and it makes it easier for you to do business without so much physical interface. You're able to put up products, pictures, descriptions. You can include your price point. You're also, giving a URL specific to your Flutterwave store, which you can share on your social media or via other information channels, emails, WhatsApp, and the likes. Customers will be able to, get on your store, check out your products. They can pay via different channels, cards, bank transfers, USSD, both locally and internationally, and get receipted with minimal effort. You as the seller too, you will get notified of successful payment, right? Otherwise, you can also log into your assigned Flutterwave dashboard, to get to verify these transactions so that delivery partners, can dispatch these orders appropriately. Flutterwave Store is free. It is very intuitive, easy to set up. You require no prior technical know-how. Neither do you need to pay for platform development. All you need to do is just to access the Flutterwave website to set one up, and you are good to go in minutes. If you have any inquiries, please ask away in the Q&A box. We will field those inquiries appropriately. I'm also going to be sharing a link on how to set up the store. I'll put that in the chat box. One of our other initiative is the Grow My Business webinar, which we are currently having. We invite industry experts like Oluwasekemi, who pass on very relevant nuggets to help businesses grow, or rather to help business owners grow their enterprise. We have had a number of other guest speakers in the past who have come to educate SMEs and business owners on the right tools, informations, materials, and also pass on relevant resources for these businesses to scale and thrive in the business environment. This webinar holds fortnightly every 2 weeks on Monday by 10 a.m. West African time. If you have anyone or any business owner who you think would be interested in such a webinar, in such a resource, or interested parties, please do well to invite them. Please feel free to invite them. We'll be glad to have them on. The third of our initiative is the listing and verifying on the Google My Business. Is another initiative that's happening because of the Flutterwave Google partnership. This allows business to list their businesses for free on Google My Business. Google My Business is just allows for business to showcase their products and services for free, so that whenever a Google search is done on your business name, it shows some basic details about your business, like services that you offer, the address, the opening and closing hours, your web address. You're even allowed to put up, pictures of location, your phone numbers. After this meeting, after this webinar, we'll be sending out a link for you to opt in for free on the Google My Business, and the Google rep will get in touch with you to get requisite information for the listing. These are some of the things that we have put together to make sure, SMEs are able to scale and as well grant them, requisite visibility to thrive. We will definitely continue to seek out ways to ensure SMEs keep the lights on despite the happenings in the world, and we'll continue to seek out useful partnerships, right? Important partnerships that will help us avail you the right resources and tools. Yes, not just to remain a going concern, but also to be a successful one. Please stay tuned. I'll be sharing links in the chat box now. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Adejuwon. I think we can go on to our Q&A session now, but you're sharing the links in the chat box now, right? Or have
Yes.
you done that already?
Yeah,
okay.
doing it now.
Okay, so we'll go into the Q&A function. I see that we have quite a few questions. Okay, the first question would be for Oluwasekemi. It says, how does collaboration work for a craft supply business? Hi, we can't hear you. Oluwasekemi, can you hear me?
Sorry, I just wanted to unmute my mic. Now that's a good question. So I think I had a conversation with a friend, I think yesterday, right? And then she was asking, okay, how about my own business? Who can I partner with? So remember the slide I showed, right, for Kemi Onobanjo and like the 12 days of giveaway that she does? You can partner with a known, should I say a star, right? Or should I say a very popular person who is doing a giveaway, to say, you know what, let me partner with you. Instead of doing my own giveaway, let me partner with you. You do a giveaway on my behalf. But of course, people will come to your page, like your page, follow you, and then see the different things, the different product offerings, that you have, and then they can purchase. That's apart from the particular item you're giving for the giveaway. That's one way. The second way is, at the moment, you do craft supplies, right? You probably do cards, if that's what falls under craft supplies. I think a big idea, right? You do things like cards, you make really nice gift items. Apart from partnering, you can partner with other people that do things like maybe perfumes, or other gifts generally, put that together. If you have a card, what do people like to give cards with? You can partner with people that have things like cakes or confectionaries, and say, oh, along with your cake for Christmas or your Christmas hamper, put in this very nice card on your table or things like that. So generally, you can partner with people that have other products that are gift items, and partner with them and send out one complete package. So it's a card and a drink, a card and a gift, a card and jewelry, something sweet that will just say, oh, this is Christmas and I thought about you. Thank you very much for so and so that you've been to me. I don't know if that gives a vague idea of the different ways you can partner as a craft person.
Thank you very much, Shikemi. So next question. I think Adejuwon or I can answer this question actually. Someone is asking how they can direct customers onto their Flutterwave site. So this question, I think we have a few variations of it. So to answer this question, you treat your Flutterwave store like you would treat a website. And what that means is that you add the link to your bio on your social media pages, or if you're on Twitter, you just post the link and people will be able to click on it to make it's an e-commerce storefront. So it's a store, right? And you can shop from your Flutterwave store. Your customers can shop from your Flutterwave store, and the link will act the same way that it would act with a website. So if you're doing a sale, if you are doing a sponsored post on your social media platforms like Instagram or Facebook or even Google, you can add the link to that and direct people to your Flutterwave store. Another question that we have is someone is asking an example URL of Flutterwave's eShop. Okay, it's called Flutter. The term that we call it is Flutterwave store. Give me 1 second. Let me just. I will open up and share what a Flutterwave store looks like, and then what the URL looks like as well. Please give me 1 second.
Wendy, I'm already on one. Can I share my screen?
Oh yeah, sure thing. Yeah, that's fine.
So can you all see my screen?
Yes, we can.
Okay, this is what the Flutterwave store looks like. You're asking for a URL. That's what I've highlighted in the address box here. Yes, you'll be able to scroll down, look through the catalog of products the merchant is selling.
Can you click on a product just so that we can also see? So depending on the type of products, there we have product variations available. We also have a discount function, as you can see. So this merchant has a sale going on, and the items are normally 15,000 naira, but they have a sale, and so it's now 6,000. And so that's why the bottom amount is cancelled out, and the top one is what we can see because they have a sale going on. And then you can select your size and the quantity, add to cart. Yeah, all that information is available. So like I said, it is essentially a website, an e-commerce storefront for you without all the hassle of trying to build a website by yourself, and your payments are already integrated because your payments are received through Flutterwave, which means that if you have international customers as well, they will be able to pay you and you will receive the payments for your customer orders. I hope this answers the question. I'm going to try and get to the next question. Adejuwon, can you share, is it possible, someone is asking how do they attach their social media platforms to their store? So the way that happens is when you are setting up it, you add it in the dashboard. I need to, hold on 1 second, I will share my screen. Or Adejuwon, do you have a store dashboard that you can share?
Let me look it up.
Okay. I'll move on to the next question and then we'll come back to this one about adding social media platforms to your store. Next question is by Oluwasekemi Oyeniyi. Is it Flutterwave dispatch partners that delivers orders that come in? Like I said, the Flutterwave store acts like your website, which means you handle the dispatch and delivery. We are finalizing our delivery partners, which means that you can also work with our delivery partners to come and so that they can pick up and then they can deliver to your customers. But we also have merchants that want to handle their deliveries from start to finish. Maybe they have really special products or they have very short timelines for their products. So some merchants sell food and they want the orders to get to their customers as soon as possible. And so they have, really fast delivery systems. So you are able to add your shipping costs and everything to your Flutterwave store. That is something that is possible. I hope that answers your question. Next question would be, this question would be for Oluwasekemi. What's the best way forward to sell my SMS products online? You're on mute.
When I saw that question, I needed some more context. Your SMS products, how do you mean your SMS products? Do you sell, what exactly is the product? Are you a communications platform? If you can give some more context, that would really help for me to answer. But essentially, how to sell generally any product or service online is definitely like Yewande has said, to have like a storefront where that product is. But in terms of marketing, what you always want to do is create awareness. What you want to do is tell people that this is the product or service that I sell. And that's one of the things that I mentioned on active sales that you can do through active sales. So for that would be to, first and foremost, to go there to list on active sales, which also mean you can take advantage of the free 20,000 naira voucher that we're giving on this platform. So register on that form, write down your details if you're selected, or if you just want to even sign up for the products at the regular fee. You would just go there and create your, shall I say, ideal persona. Who are the people that you want to reach out to? What kind of customers you want to reach out to? Do they live in a certain place? So when you're able to put all of those details in to run targeted advertising, and then you can send them a message, send them emails, or send them, like, put banners on different websites to say, this is my product, or this is what I'm doing, right? That's the SMS product there. That's without having so much context. But especially for every product you want to sell, what you have to do is create awareness, get people to know about your product, and then from there, get people to know about your product and then buy your product. So that's how you market your products. And active sales is a product that can help you, and it's focused on SME. So it can really help you to get the most and reach out to a lot of people, create awareness, and definitely generate sales for your business. Just click on the link there and we will discuss some more, if I can say that.
Thank you very much. So Adejon, are you ready?
No, I can't seem to find one. Can we get one from your end?
Okay. I'm sharing. Can you hear me? It's fine.
Yes, I can hear you.
Oh, I was wondering if you can share a screen. So I want us to share a screen so that we can show how to add social media links to Flutterwave store. Next question that I'm going to answer is, would you advise that we open a Flutterwave store if you already have a website? That depends on the website. So there are many different businesses. Different businesses do different things. We've had some businesses that want to create a pop-up platform for their business, right? So there's a business called Yanga Beauty, and they're a makeup and beauty brand. They wanted to create bundles for their Flutterwave, for their customers, product bundles, and sell them. But they didn't, want to go through the hassle of doing it on their website. So they created these bundles on Flutterwave store, bundled the products together, and sold the bundles on Flutterwave store, on their Flutterwave store. There's also another business that is a skincare brand, and they are having a pop-up this December period. And they don't want to have to go through, so the products that will be available are not only their products, they are going to have partner products as well. A way for them to, sell and just have people buy online and come and pick up in person, especially with the partner products as well, is for them to create a Flutterwave store, even though they have an active website. Other businesses, it really would depend on your business and your specific situation. But there are businesses that have Flutterwave stores and also websites as well. There are a lot of benefits to having a Flutterwave store, including SEO visibility. There are some businesses like Smoke Barbecue in a Box that you just need to Google their name and their Flutterwave store is the first thing that pops up. So that kind of situation, there's definitely a huge benefit to using Flutterwave store without having to personally, like, individually figure out your own search engine optimization and visibility. Someone is asking, how do I run an online store to sell things to people without a physical store? My answer to you here is use a Flutterwave store, create a Flutterwave store if you don't have a physical store. Amplify and get visibility for your store with social media and with advertising, and also with Terragon's products as well. That's what I would say. You would run an online store, use Flutterwave store. Depends on your specific business situation, but I would say use Flutterwave store. Um, I've answered the question on opening a Flutterwave store. Um, is it possible to change the currency USD instead of NGN, for instance, on Flutterwave store? Your currency is reflective of the country that you're registered in. So this would be a general. I can answer this for in general. Your currency is reflective of the country you are in. And so if you're a Nigerian merchant and you have been verified in Nigeria, your currency is going to show Naira. If you are a South African merchant and your business has been verified on Flutterwave, your currency is going to show South African rands. While you are able to receive payments from your international customers, they will see the currency in Naira, but they'll be able to pay you with their own preferred payment methods, which would possibly be, if somebody is in the US, it's most likely a card that they'll be using to pay. And so they can pay you using that, but your currency is reflective of the country that you are kind of transacting and operating in. Next question is it possible to use existing WooCommerce plugins in the Flutterwave store? The answer is yes. Yes, you can. We have plugins and we'll share that link in the, I'll share that link in the chat function, but we do have plugins. We have Zoho. Oh, sorry, hang on one second. No, WooCommerce specifically, no. WooCommerce specifically, no, but we do have inventory management plugins available for Flutterwave. I can still share that link, but not specifically WooCommerce, because your Flutterwave store does not, right now, our integrations are, it's a new product, so we're gradually, working on integrations and plugins and stuff like that. But right now, it's not possible. But we do have platforms like Zoho enabled. Next question is, as a songwriter, music producer, I've been using Flutterwave to receive payments from clients easily, even internationally. So great product. Thank you, Francis, for this plug. But I've been looking for a tool that can help me sell my music, sort of specifically designed for music sales, with like a player for clients to preview the sounds, then buy a button to pay. Then a buy button to pay. Is this a feature we can expect soon on Flutterwave? Okay. Right now, it would be good to know, Francis, how you are using Flutterwave, because you are able to add, yes, you're able to add right now. I mean, let me answer the question directly first. Is this a feature we can expect soon on Flutterwave? I will pass this on to the product team so that they can consider it for our roadmap. I do know that we have more specific and more category specific needs coming on board, but it would also be good to know how you are using Flutterwave. Are you using Flutterwave store or are you using Flutterwave payment links? If you're using Flutterwave store, it does allow you to upload video. So a hack that I would suggest is, creating like a, 30-second snippet of your audio and then putting it as a product, right? Like have a display image and then upload a video version where they can play the audio of your sound, and then they can make purchases like that. I understand that may not be exactly what you're referring to. I do know what you're referring to, but that could be some way to somehow a way to get around it for now before you kind of finally we have the features that you need available. I hope that answers your question. Okay, so I'm going to now try and show how you can add your social media handles on your Flutterwave store. Please give me 1 second. So my apologies for the delay. I was having internet issues. I was trying to show what it looks like from the back end with adding your social media handles to your Flutterwave store. When you create a store, this is what your dashboard will look like, right? So you will have your orders on one side, your products on one side, and then your manage store. If your store is online, you'll see the option to take it offline. And then here's the shipping preference that I talked about. So you can handle your own shipping or you can turn off your shipping. Where you add your social media handles is here. Where you click edit store, you can add the links to your social media handles and the handles in your store description, your Flutterwave store description. And then the way that that shows up on your Flutterwave store. So when you're done with that action, you save it. And then the way that that shows up on your Flutterwave store is here at the bottom. This is a live Flutterwave store. At the bottom of the page, at the bottom, you see your description, your store description, and then you see your different Flutterwave, the information. Maybe if you put your handle, if you have, so this store has, delivery windows and that kind of information that is important for customers to know. So they've added that here. But depending on your business type, you can add whatever information you think would be most important that you want to put front and center in your description section. So that is how to add your social media handles. Okay, I have one more question. I use Furtherwave payment links to receive, but I was thinking this still allows. Okay, yes. So thank you, Francis, for answering that question. Like I mentioned, the store will allow you to be able to put a little snippet of your music, like a 30-second snippet of your music, and then you can upload that as a video onto your store, because store does allow you to upload pictures and videos, multiple pictures and videos. So you can do that until we now create the specific products that you need, or the specific feature that you need on Flutterwave. Thank you very much. I'm just going to that's all the questions that we have. I'm going to allow Shekemi to come and talk a little bit more about the offer that you have and how are people going to be able to redeem it. If you can just share that again before we kind of round up. Thank you everyone for joining us this morning. Yeah, so if you can just share that information again so that people know where to go for the info to redeem it.
Okay, sure, I will. Thank you so much, Yewande. So let me just open the slide again. There's a URL that you can go to where you'd be able to fill a form, and from there we can then view your business criteria and select you as one of the winners so that you can have access to 20,000 Naira worth of marketing and advertising spend. Okay, so let me just, this is me sharing my screen. Okay, so it's a bit.ly link, and then so it's bit.ly/active sales, and that's all. Remember, I mentioned that this is the platform that we have worked on as Terragon specifically for SMEs that will help you as an SME increase your sales during this season. So all you have to do is to come here, this URL. I'm going to copy and paste it again in the chat section, and then you can click on it, fill a form, and have access to about 20,000 Naira worth of marketing spend. And you can use this marketing spend to send things like targeted SMS. I mentioned that you need to create awareness about your product. So you can use that on that platform. You can see insights about your customers, what they do, what their interests are, their spending power. And you can then use this information even to get new customers, to re-engage existing customers, to tell customers about your products and your offerings, especially the new partnerships you have or the new products you have during this festive period. So I advise everybody on this call, 50 of us that have joined, to go to this link. It's a bit.ly link/active sales. Definitely going to drop it again in the comment section. And from there, we can then begin to engage you as a business, because of course you put in your details, your name and your phone number, and then we can engage you and try to figure out what your business is trying to achieve, then work with you in order to achieve that great sales that you want for this season. This is our own, should I say, Christmas gift for this season to SMEs, to just say, oh, we really support your business and we want you to have more sales this season. So yes, I've dropped the link again on the chat group, and this is a platform that will help you, in summary, increase your sales and acquire new customers. Yes, Yewande. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Shekemi, for joining us today. Thank you, everyone, for joining. I know that this is something that we started doing at the beginning of lockdown. So I want to say March, And I don't even know what number this is. But thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate you. We hope that you found this very helpful. For those that are asking, this is being recorded, and as usual, it will be uploaded onto our YouTube. It should be uploaded by Wednesday. So today's Monday. So in 2 days, it should be uploaded by Wednesday. And also, Shekemi has left the link in the chat function for you to click on. Please click on it. I'm going to give you about a minute, even after I round up, to click on it so that you can open it on your browser, because once I end the Zoom webinar, you're not going to have access to it. Thank you very much, everyone. We hope you have a wonderful week. If you have any questions, if you have any issues, you can send a direct message to us on Twitter, FLW support, that's our handle, or you can send an email to us, hi@flutterwavego.com. We really appreciate you for joining us so consistently. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful week.